Hello once again. Welcome to the Barafiri training series. Hello. Can I see people responding hello back? Hello, hello, hello. Are you happy to be here? Happy new month, entrepreneurs. Happy new month.
Thank you very much. Happy New Month to you.
Happy New Month, Mr. Israel Alabi. Happy New Month to you. Happy New Month to all the entrepreneurs in the house. We wish you amazing sales this month, and we hope that you are using the lessons that you have learned from the Barafiri training series to make more sales and to improve on your businesses. We have done 5 training sessions so far. We hope that you have maximized the benefits that you have gained from the experience. If you've attended all 5 trainings, please let me see you comment 5 in the comment section. If you have attended 4, let me see 4. If you have attended 3, 2, 1, let's see that in the comment sections. If you haven't attended at all, we have you covered, no problem. We have a link that you can use to watch the recorded videos from our training series. It will be available on our WhatsApp group, so you have to join the WhatsApp group. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group already, a link will be shared in the comment section, so you can join the WhatsApp group. If you have missed any trainings or you haven't done any of the trainings at all, a link will be shared in the WhatsApp group where you can go and watch the recorded training. Welcome, welcome. Basilia, welcome. We see you, welcome. Happy new month. All right, before we begin, welcome. Can you hear me? Hello? Today, we're going to talk about sustainability and scalability of the business. Before we begin the business of today, like I said, we have done some trainings previously. We started with the orientation. So the orientation will give you all the information you need to know about Barafiri, what the concept of Barafiri means, how it came about, and what the goals and the mission of Barafiri is. So if you missed the orientation, you still have the opportunity to watch the recorded videos about what Barafiri is about. And then we have trainings as well. That's number 2. And we have done 5 of these trainings so far. Today is the 6th training. And if you have missed any one, like I said, you can always go back and watch them. After these training sessions, then we all can go through the validation before being onboarded on Barafiri. Sustainability and scalability is the topic of today. As a business owner, having a business is not where it ends. You do not want to see your business fold after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You do not even want to see your business fold at all. And so we have brought up this very important topic for you to know how to sustain your business and grow your business, as in making it to scale. We have the person of Dr. Priye Angaye to take this very important topic. But before I introduce him, I would like to mention that we'll be having a question and answer session after his presentation. And we'll also have a Barafiri representative who is going to tell us how Barafiri can help you sustain and scale your business with Barafiri. These are the topics that we have done so far. We have done the ABC of setting up a business, basic tools for business in the 21st century, promoting your business for maximum returns, customers as business assets, financing your business, sustainability and scalability of business, which is what we are doing today. And the last but not the least, we have people and business performance, which is going to be on the 15th of September. You do not want to miss this. We all know how important people are in business. So please, this is very important. If you will be busy and might not remember, please join our WhatsApp group. We always send reminders and other information about businesses on our WhatsApp group. So please join the WhatsApp group so that you can know when this is going to happen and get other details as well. Now let us introduce our guest speaker for today, Dr. Priye Angaye. Dr. Priye Angaye holds a PhD in accounting from the United Kingdom, an MBA accounting degree, and a first-class bachelor's degree. He is a fellow of the Institute of Credit Administration and a member of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. He is a finance and accounting enthusiast, an experienced accountant in a wide range of financial and accounting functions with a sharp understanding of tax and account administration and practical auditing, which he gained at the Raymond Betts accounting firm, Southampton, United Kingdom. Dr. Priye has a combined work experience in accounting and finance of over 20 years in both the private and public sector within Nigeria and the United Kingdom. His passion for sharing knowledge had him lecturing finance and accounting in the University of Port Harcourt and the Niger Delta University, both in Nigeria, and the University of Wales, Aberystwyth. His interests are in auditing, financial management, company legislation, corporate finance, corporate governance, tax management, and business strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Priye Angaye. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be with you all. Good morning, everybody. And I want to say that it's not easy being an entrepreneur, and we want to commend you all for having sort of going into business, which is obviously to satisfy black. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, just 1 second, guys. So sorry, guys, for that break in transmission. We're just trying to be sure that the video is okay. So as I was saying, it's commendable that you're all into entrepreneurship. It's not an easy task, and it's something that we want to say you should keep up. And that's the essence of our study today, sustainability and scalability. Our intention is to share with you some tips on how to ensure that your business remains a going concern. I would also want to say a big thank you before I comment to the Barafiri team for the good and excellent work they've done thus far. And to all the participants, I want to believe that every bit of what you have studied so far has been very helpful, and you would continue to apply what you have studied in your business practices. So let's get started with today's topic, sustainability and scalability of business. When you think of sustainability, what are we basically saying? We're saying that you want your business to be a perpetual going concern. You don't want your business to be folding up after a few weeks or months or a few years after commencement. You want to ensure that your business stands the test of time. There are many things that would obviously shake your foundation, that would obviously cause you to want to shut, your business. But I mean, if you apply the very few things we'll discuss today, we're very sure, and then with the support of Barafiri, we're sure that you'll continue to remain a going concern. When you think of scalability, what are we basically saying? It simply implies your ability to adapt to changing conditions your ability to meet increasing demands of your customers. It is only important that you're able to scale at every point in time. Otherwise, you would lose a chunk of the market you are serving. There are other topics we would want to share, and those topics would include designing a business model. So we'll find out what a business model is and how you can go about designing a functional business model. We're also going to discuss what corporate social responsibility is, and we'll be looking at business visibility and expansion. And I just want you to appreciate the fact that I would first of all discuss some bit of theory in relation to the concept, but most importantly, we'll dwell on the practicability of each of these concepts. And be assured, I know that we're entrepreneurs at the medium level SMEs, so most of the examples or discussions would ensure that you are covered. There's a picture up on the screen, and I would be willing to give one or two people the opportunity to say one or two things on what they think the picture is saying in relation to sustainability. If you're willing to say something, I'm sure you can put up your hand and the moderator would permit you to speak. So I'll give a minute if anybody wants to speak to that. Otherwise, we would carry on. If anybody is going to say something, can I see a yes on the chat box? Is anybody willing to say something on what he or she thinks that diagram that's up there implies in relation to sustainability? I think there's a raised hand from Read One Digital Technologies. Moderator, does he have the opportunity to speak if he wants to tell us what he thinks that is? Yes, Red One.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Rido Naguluaji. I'm the Chief Servant of Public Tech, Read Digital Technologies. With what I can see on the picture and as it's something related to sustainability, what I can see here is multiple way of sources and another way of planning. Because if these routes are not well planned, there's no way they can achieve these multiple entrance to different routes. And I can see some big buildings around. That buildings, they are not very close to the forest. At the same time, the buildings, they are in a central place where people can easily access. And the people that are passing, they will see some other things within. And there's still another place where there is a tree where it's also central. So that one is really giving another thing. So based on my own understanding, I can see that it requires planning and access to something that can give access to productivity.
Thank you very much, Red One. Those were good thoughts. I like the perspective, from which you addressed the subject of sustainability. Now, it's interesting to note that the business organizations, as we see them typified in the buildings and then the activities, transportation and all that, all these are surrounded by the natural environment. So we're saying that business is ongoing without destroying the environment. And sustainability speaks to that. Sustainability also speaks to the social environment, the interactions between people. So you see the vehicles, obviously the people will be going to various meeting points, okay? And then you think of all the business institutions that are housed in those various buildings. And that's basically about the economy, creating jobs, taxation, so that the government will be able to meet the needs of the society. This is what sustainability basically speaks to. So when you think of sustainability, we're saying that there are three very important elements. You're thinking of the environment, you're thinking of the sociocultural and economic impact that the business is having on the environment. And we're saying that once you're able to ensure that your business organization or your enterprise, your productive activities or services are always appreciative of the environment, are always appreciative of the concerns of the people, your customers and clients, and also appreciative of the economy in terms of you generating employment, you ensuring that taxes are paid. We're saying that once you're able to have these three elements functioning, then be assured that you're building a sustainable business. Sustainability speaks to the fact that there must be a sustainable approach to business. Okay, let's look at some of the thoughts on sustainability. Now, we're saying that sustainability has become an issue of interest because basically we're saying that the business activities have a direct impact on society and the environment. It is therefore important that you give cognizance to sustainability. You need to ensure that your activities are not making it impossible for the future generation to also be able to exist and to carry on with the satisfaction of its needs. We don't expect that your business organization will destroy the environment and make it impossible for others to exist. I mean, you think of all the issues relating with pollution in the Niger Delta, where the fishes are gone from the rivers and therefore no more fishing, because of the activities of oil companies. I mean, that's not a sustainable approach to business. It is expected that in carrying out your business, you are not hurting the environment. You are not hurting people. You are not hurting the economy. That is what sustainability preaches. So we're saying that you don't have to only focus on profit maximization. Oh, I need to sell my goods. I need to increase sales. I need to drive, revenue up. You must do all that considering the impact you're having on the operating environment. I mean, if you kill the environment, then there will be no place for you to even have your business function. A healthy environment would encourage a healthy business. A healthy business would obviously turn in the expected sales and revenue that you desire. And that basically would have led you into the establishment of that business. We're also saying that over time, discussions have tilted to the point where we're saying that we should ensure that the products or services that we're giving to society are also preserving the environment. So you can see the bullet point 3 says that friendly products and services, are now the norm. So you hear of environmentally friendly products, the electric vehicles. You hear some people discuss issues relating to foods that are not, having any additives in them. So fresh juice, okay? So we're beginning to encourage a healthy living, an interaction with the environment that does not deplete the environment. So basically we're saying that your business entity would stand the test of time if you adopt a sustainable approach to business conduct. And I'm pretty sure that's the essence of having Barafiri by your side, because I know that Barafiri has a number of products that would also ensure that after this training, that if you need to ensure that your business is adopting a sustainable approach, they will be there to explain things to you. We have said that sustainability has to do with meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. You would be an unfair businessman if the conduct of your business destroys the environment and makes it impossible for businesses to come up after you. We're also saying that sustainability is about 3 important factors: environmental, social, and economic, impacts that your organization has, on a daily basis. So you must always consider, what is the impact I'm having on the environment? What is the impact I'm having on society? What is the impact I'm having on the economy? If you're always conscious of this every step of the way of your business, then be assured that you would be striving towards building a sustainable business. Because at every point in time, your business will be relevant. If you do things that are inimical to the business environment, that are not appreciated by customers or clients, that the economy, the government of the day does not appreciate, then be assured your business would not stand the test of time. So let's look at some specific strategies that we think would help you also sustain, business growth. So we're saying that you should latch onto free and inexpensive marketing and advertising strategies and tools. So as much as possible, reduce your cost of operation. Okay, we're saying that if you do that, you would be building a sustainable business, and that's economic sense. You don't want the benefits to be outweighed by the cost of production. So we're saying that as much as possible, latch onto free and inexpensive marketing and advertising strategies and tools. And I know that Barafree has a great deal to offer in that regard. And we're also saying that you should remain relevant. And what does remaining relevant imply? It means that you should always think of the environment. You should always think of your impact on society and the business impact on the economy. Do not compromise on customer service. This is a critical success factor. At any point where you begin to play with your customers, their complaints, their unhappiness, then you're looking for that trouble. And what is that trouble? You're not going to have a sustainable business. We're saying as much as possible, employ the proper technology. How do you want to reach out to your customers? How do you want to be out there? How do you want people to see your products or services? And at no point as an entrepreneur should you be frightened of taking risks. Without risks, you know what we say, you are not going to make those returns that would wow you. So, don't be afraid of taking risks. And even when you take those risks and for any reason there's a slight setback or failure, you should understand that it's only human. Think of it, we all go to bed healthy and then we wake up the next morning, there's a little headache, there's a little pain, okay? It's normal that once in a while setbacks kick in, but it is how you deal with those setbacks that really does count. And we're saying as well that you should select the proper people. You should have people around you that believe in what you're doing. Because if you have people who don't believe in that project, then you're going to have a situation where the business will not stand the test of time. But if you have the right people who are thinking in the way you're thinking, then that business is going to stand the test of time. As much as possible, stop those things that are not working, those things that are not adding value to your business, those things that are chasing customers away, stop them. If you stop those, then you are sure of building a business that would stand the test of time. Let's quickly go to the next concept of scalability. Scalability simply implies that you're able to adapt to changing needs of your customers or clients. It simply means you're able to respond to the increasing demands of the population that you are serving. So for instance, you sell, pure water, and over time, you've only delivered about 300 bags of pure water. Scalability would imply your ability to respond to customers' needs if they suddenly want to demand for more than 300 that you're used to. That's your flexibility. That's your ability to respond to the increasing demands of the customers is what scalability speaks to. Okay? And then we're saying that it's basically the business organization growing and managing increased demand. We're saying it has to do with adaptability to the changing needs or demands of the customers or the clients that you're serving. And at every point in time, you should realize that if you're able to scale when required of you, that is a sign of proper competitiveness and stability. A business that's not stable, a business that's not competitive, and would most likely be beaten and thrown out of the market space is one that is not scalable. So you must do all it takes to remain scalable, you must do all it takes to be able to respond to increasing demands of your clients. If you don't do that, you wouldn't be increasing your market share. You wouldn't be able to increase your revenue. But if you're able to scale, then there's a certainty that at every point in time, if you do your calculations, you'd see that your revenue is growing from one quarter to the next. What are some of the key points? You should understand that there's a benefit in scalability, for the fact that your cost of production would be able to come down over time with proper management of your internal business processes. Your ability to meet the increasing demands of the customers would not necessarily mean you'll be spending more. So if you're able to manage your processes, and you remember we always spoke of the fact that your costs should be well managed. If you're able to manage that part of your business, even when customers are demanding for more things, you'll see that with ease, you'll be able to meet those demands, without necessarily increasing your variable costs. So we're saying that as much as possible, you should also understand that technology has come to stay. If you had a shop that people would normally walk into and then pick items, you should understand that technology has made it possible for people to order things online. It simply means you should be scalable. If formerly 30 people would walk into your shop, you should understand that with the aid of technology, over 100 people could make online orders, and you should be able to respond to those orders. If you're not able to respond to such orders, it simply means you're not scalable. It simply means your competitiveness is low, and you could be thrown out of the market space. Let us look at some 5 critical steps that are necessary for you in scaling your business. We're saying that you need to evaluate and plan. What does that imply? It simply means take a hard look inside your business and see if you are indeed ready for that growth. If you are, then good. You should understand that scalability does not come cheap. It also means over the time, as you are making sales, getting your revenue in, you need to ensure that you're also setting some X amount aside to finance scalability. We're also saying as much as possible, you should secure the sales. Without the sales, you don't have revenue. You must secure your sales. You must do what it takes to ensure that there is what we call repeated purchasing. Your customers are always willing to come back. They are so satisfied that the moment they think of patronizing anyone else, their minds immediately go back to, no, I'm going back to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson's services are top-notch. You also need to invest in technology. And as I had said earlier, find the right team. And for those activities that you don't consider core to your business, you could strategically outsource them. Give them to those who would render better services while you concentrate on doing the key things. And once again, I think that's where Barafiri comes to play. So if you're basically concerned with your production activities and your sales, and then you want back-end financing and support, I know that Barafiri is capable of doing that. Let's go to the next concept, designing a winning business model. What is a business model? It is basically the story that explains how your business organization works. So what do you want people to see about you? What's the perception you want people to have about you? And in designing a winning business model, you're basically answering 4 key questions. Who is my customer? So it's a case of know your customer. What does the customer value? Because at no point would you successfully make a sale if you're not adding value to that customer's situation. So you must always ask yourself, what does the customer value? And then how to deliver value at an appropriate cost. There's what we call the cost-benefit analysis. It's always necessary for you to ensure that whatever activity you're carrying out, the benefits are not outweighed by the costs. If the cost outweighs the benefits, then I think you need to check exactly what you're doing. If you consider who your customer is, what the customer values, and how you can deliver value at an appropriate cost, then you're in the path of designing a winning business model. What are some of the characteristics of a good business model? We're saying that the business model would align with the company's goals, objectives, the reason for which you established that business. We're saying that they are self-reinforcing. They will keep generating only positives. So one sale today would mean increased sales tomorrow, would mean more satisfied customers, customers going to tell others of your products, customers appreciating how you attend to their complaints and their needs and how you render your services, your delivery, top-notch on-time delivery. And we're also saying that your business model has to be robust. So you should consider all the critical elements, who your customer is, what are his concerns, the value proposition you're offering. It is important that your business model considers all of that. And then we're also saying, as I had mentioned earlier, that a good business model would keep you competitive. If you don't have a good business model, then you wouldn't find it easy to outcompete your competitors. Outcompeting your competitors increases your customer base. It gives you a larger chunk of the market. And that's basically what you want as an entrepreneur. So you must ensure that the story you're telling is the right story, the story that the customers want to hear, the story that excites your clients, the story that excites your customer base. 7 steps to building a winning business model are: identify your specific audience. I've kept saying that over and over. Who is your customer? Know your customer. Identify with your customer. Establish business processes. Ensure that your bookkeeping is top-notch. Ensure that your customer relationship is being handled by someone who is patient, someone who understands that people could have a bad day, and then when they call, could be screaming. That person should be able to calm them down and not simply retaliate. So somebody calls in, to make, a finding, and then his tone is a bit harsh, and then the customer service attendant is equally shouting back and saying, "Do you think I've not had a bad day as well?" That's not the way it goes. And then record key business resources. Are you making sales, over the internet? What would help you succeed? You need to keep record of such. Develop a strong value proposition. What is that value you're adding or bringing to the customer? Once you're able to develop that on a consistent basis, be assured that you are in the right track to having a sustainable business, a scalable business, and one that obviously has a winning model. And then you must also determine your key business partners. Strategic alliance is key. So let's assume that you sell peanuts, and then over the years, you've only sold peanuts to students of maybe Yaba Model Primary School. Who says you can't have a discussion with some of your friends who are in maybe Ikota, who are in, let's say Lekki, who are in Ajar, and then you're telling them that, "Oh, I have these peanuts. I think you should help me sell them to your students, in your school." And you'll be amazed that that strategic alliance would obviously open up, a broader base for you to sell your products. So determining key business partners, building up strategic alliances is also key in terms of, telling a story about your products and your services. At every point in time, you need to create a demand generation strategy. How best do I keep sales ongoing? What is that new thing I need to do on a daily that will keep attracting customers? You must ensure that at every point in time, you're generating demand. People are excited about what you're offering. People want to identify with you. That is something you should always have at the back of your mind. And then you should always leave room for innovation, knowing that people's tastes are changing, society is changing, certain products are seasonal. So there's always the need for you to make room for such adjustments. And if you successfully do these, you would be building a winning business model. Let's go to the next topic, corporate social responsibility. What does it mean? This concept, we say, has been around since the early 20th century. What does it simply mean? It is a case whereby business organizations integrate social and environmental concerns into their business operations and interactions with stakeholders. So we're saying, just as we said earlier on sustainability, that you're integrating social and environmental concerns into all you do as a business organization, in serving your customers, in dealing with the community, in dealing with the government. And there are 4 types of corporate social responsibilities that I would want you to always have at the back of your mind. One is environmental. It simply means you should be responsible in preserving the environment. Another one is philanthropic. When you think you can be of support to society, identify with the needs of the society. People are ill in the hospital, and then you think you've produced juice that would give comfort to 1 or 2 persons. There is no harm in saying we're going to give out some free bottles of juice in Yaba Hospital today. When you do that, you're creating an appreciation of who you are. You're creating a bond with society, and society would respond positively. We're also saying that you should be ethical. Ethical simply means those things you wouldn't want others to do to you. Ensure you're not doing it to them. It's your responsibility to allow the free flow of traffic. It's your responsibility to be in a line if you're going into the bank. It's being ethical. And if your business organization is ethical, is responsible, people understand that, oh, dealing with Mr. Johnson's farm is, a positive thing. If you overpay him by ₦1 million, Mr. Johnson himself will be the one to call you and ask you, oh, Mr. Bode, you were meant to pay me 100,000, but I've noticed that you've credited my account with ₦1 million. Once you're acting in a manner that people would applaud and appreciate, then society would want to identify with you and your products, and that would be good for your sales, and that would be good for your revenue. Economic responsibility. How much of employment are you creating? Are you also responsible in terms of paying your taxes? These are the concerns of corporate social responsibility. So environmental concerns, philanthropic concerns, ethical concerns, economic concerns. What are the benefits of corporate social responsibility? Some of you might say, oh, it doesn't make any sense. Why should I go and give out free items to the people in the hospital? No, I'm not going to do that. That's not the case. There are benefits that accrue to your business enterprise if you're a corporately social responsible entity. Positive business reputation, you would have increased sales, you would have a loyal customer base, there will be better financial performance, and there will be greater ability to attract talent and for you to even retain staff. Because people will be excited about what you do. People will be excited about your business and they would want to identify with you. That's what I mean by greater ability to attract talent and greater ability to attract talent and retain staff. Let's look at visibility. I think we're almost running out of time, but we'll try and do that quickly. When we speak of visibility, we're simply saying that it is that focused, concerted efforts that you make as a business enterprise to increase your reach by being wherever your customers are, and you should be there at the right time to catch their attention. It simply means that you're the first they think of when they have a need. So you must ensure that you are as visible as possible. Visibility indicates that you're a successful business enterprise. If people want a particular item, are you the first person they think about? That simply implies that you are visible. What are the ways of improving business visibility? We're saying that you need numerical data. So you should ensure that your record keeping is top notch and that your business processes are, in good shape. Customer service, and every bit of what you do internally that would ensure that your production is at a reasonable cost. You also need to ensure that you are able to respond to your customers in various ways. Okay, so you shouldn't only interact with your customers online or offline. It should be a combination of offline and online. And that takes us to the methods to visibility. So we're saying that 3 successful methods to visibility would include automate your email and social media marketing, so that somebody sends you a WhatsApp message and immediately, even if you're there or not, the response would be, oh, hi, thanks for contacting us. We're here to serve you. Please tell us what we can do for you. That sort of interaction is something that ensures that you're visible. And then we're also saying that you should use multiple channels and media, offline and online. Ensure as much as possible that you're in the faces of your customers or clients. Advertise, but also ensure that you do it responsibly, because there are certain times you could become annoying, and you should never allow that to happen. Let's look at what it means to expand our business. It simply means you are the point where you're seeking additional options to generate more profit. You want to grow. Business expansion means understanding, adjusting to, and managing a whole new set of challenges. Okay, so you're intending to scale up and you want to expand. So you've only dealt with Lekki, but you're now thinking, oh, I think I should increase my locations where I operate. That's business expansion. You're also saying, I want to increase the number of products or services I offer. That is business expansion. What are the ways of achieving business expansion? Opening in another location, adding employees so that you have a greater staff strength to meet the increasing demands of your customers, increased marketing, forming strategic alliances, offering new products or services, entering new markets. If you were only sewing for girls, you should also have an arm that now sews for men. That is a case of entering new markets. And then we're saying that you should effectively use the internet. That would also help you expand your business, effectively. There are issues that, would come up in business expansion. Ensure that you're not growing too fast. It's a case of don't run faster than your shadow. Ensure that you're systematic and strategic. Ensure that your record keeping is top-notch. Customer service, I have said, is a critical success factor. Ensure that it is something you give particular attention to. And I think on this note, I would want to stop, and I want to say thank you for your kind attention. Thank you. Moderator, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Priye. That was a very, very insightful training session. I'm sure each and every one of us have learned so much from this. Sustainability and scalability of a business. From me, I would say I learned the critical steps to scale your business, how to design a winning business model, how to increase your visibility as a business. I'm sure many of us learned much more than that. Thank you so much, Dr. Priye. Right now, we're going to have a Barafiri representative, Mr. Tombara, to speak to us on how Barafiri can help you achieve sustainability and scalability in your business. After that, we will have a question and answer session. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section and we'll take them up from there, or you can raise your hand as well. We'll also have a photo session. So please get ready to turn on your cameras so we can have photos taken. Over to you, Tombra.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Tombara. I'm part of the Barafiri team. And it was a mind-blowing presentation by Dr. Pri. Thank you very much for giving us that insight into business and how it works in Barfree. So a couple of things, I just want to pick up some things where I feel like we can actually benefit from Barfree. So I'm going to pick up some few points where we had the first slide where we say sustainability. We have free marketing and inexpensive. We have business visibility. We have technology and the right personnel. Then we have leave room for innovation. So I'm going to pick in these points very fast so that I can actually relate this to what Barfree can actually do for you as an SME. So sustainability, we know that in the slide, when I saw the slide and I saw the picture and we talked about sustainability, sustainability cannot work without structure. Without structure and process, sustainability cannot function. So what we here try to do here at Barfree is provide that structure that allows your business to flourish, that allows your business to scale. So when you talk about sustainability, sustainability is built on something. So what is the best place to build a structure on? You build a structure on technology because we understand that technology is actually taking a long road into innovation and business insight. So sustainability and structure is built on technology, and Barfree is providing you that technology to actually sustain your business. So another area you mentioned was free marketing. So free marketing, how do you tap into free marketing? Because I know for a fact that we have a lot of business people here and you know how expensive marketing is, how it's very difficult to reach your intended audience, your clients, and basically these are the first medium in actually scaling your business. So free marketing. So is there anywhere you can actually get free marketing? Is there anybody that offers free marketing? So at the long run, Barfree offers such a business free marketing. So you put your product on Barfree. Barfree helps you do extensive marketing so long that you are on the platform. So on the platform, you have there is limitless in marketing for you. So we do marketing for you. We put your product in the eyes of your final consumers. So that is another advantage that you have to take on using Barfree. So business visibility. So it's basically just like you said in marketing. So business visibility, you want to put your product every time in people's faces, every time in your clients' faces, so that you can actually make sales. So Barfree can help you accomplish that with technology using complete business insight to actually push your product to all other social media platforms, from Instagram to Facebook to targeting Android device, iOS device. Basically, we want to use digital marketing as a tool to actually put your product out there to the general public. Then we say technology and right personnel. So we at Barfree, we are offering to be your partner, your technological partner. That's what we want to do. We want to be your technological partner. We want to create that environment, that technological environment for you so that you can grow. Because as an entrepreneur or a business that is just starting or a startup, you understand that there are many legalities that you have to go to, many business consultants that you have to go to, and there's many other things that you have to do. At a point in time, you grow to a certain level where you say, okay, you want to own an apartment to do your business. Then your business grow, you say you want to own a building. Then you grow, then you say you want to own a warehouse, something like of that nature. And you know this can be expensive. And without the beginning, which is sustainability that provides structure. Without structure, you cannot move from point A to point B. So what is Barfree here? Barfree is here to mitigate those stress. So how can you imagine having the same structure virtually? Imagine having the same structure. Imagine having to use your accountant. Imagine having to use your business consultant. Imagine having to use the lawyer. Imagine having to use these people that forms a practical organization, which is the structure that you need virtually. So you do not have the time to actually connect all these people, but the system can actually connect these individuals for you. That is what we're saying that we want to do for you. Create a virtual organization whereby you have the structure and your business can grow. So, and the last one, you said leave room for innovation. Partnering with Barafiri has already given you room for innovation because the technology has no boundaries. All we do is grow. So, in every point in time, the platform is business made. It's made for business. The technology is for business insight. Technology is meant to solve the problem of SMEs. The technology is meant to solve the problem of make people grow, having like people like us, making us scale. That is what the business of this technology is here for. So you partner with Barafiri and you are giving room for innovation, you are giving room for growth. And as the same way technology grow, businesses grow. The same way Instagram has grown into using different business insight, it has affected the way people use that platform. So the same way and the same technology, but more, this is tailored to our own culture. It's tailored to what we do here and our own traditional loopholes. That's what Barafiri is solving. So these are the things that other platforms cannot see, but Barafiri will see them and actually provide you that back-end support. So if you basically have any question, these are just one of the few points that I feel that is very important for us to take and what Barafiri can actually do for you. So if you have any question, like the moderator say, you can leave it in the comment section. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Tombra. Thank you. That was also very, very insightful. Please, if you have any questions, raise your hand or drop them in the comment section. Do we have any questions?
I see Mr. Reed one's hand up. I don't know if he has a question.
Yes, I have a question.
Reed one.
Much for this music presentation. God bless. What I want to ask is like my SME, what we are really into is we provide services and we sell like CCTV installation, repair of gadgets and some other things, laptops and some other things. So how are the free going to help people like us that we don't only sell or provide services? How are we going to reach? They are going to help us to reach out to many customers as much as we can. As SME, we need to keep growing our business in both sales and services. So that's the question I want to ask. How Barafiri can help us?
Okay, is that something Tombra wants to take?
Okay, Tombra, can you take that? Did you hear his question?
Hello, please, can you take that question again?
Read one, you want to go off mute and ask the question again?
Okay, thank you very much. My question is this. As an entrepreneur, our brand is not just selling, but we provide services. The services we provide are we are into system installation, gadget repair, both laptops and phones. So my question now is how Barafiri is going to help us to promote our business, we that we are providing both sales and the services.
Okay, thank you very much. So in what we identify SMEs as, it is not just tangible products. We understand that in the area of
tangible and intangible are service providers. So Barafiri connects you to people that might definitely need your service. So in the long run, you come on the platform and you identify your service. So whatever service that you identified yourself with, we follow the same logic, and people on that same platform will demand your service. Your service as an SME might be needed by another SME. So practically that's how it works. Did you get me, real one?
Yes, I get you right. I guess
So it's
so. Right.
available
But
for
on Bafri WhatsApp group, we are not allowed to share things yet. I don't know, but I don't know the platform where we can be able to share so that the investors and the other SME can see what we are really into.
Yeah, so it will be available for you on the platform where you can set up your business. So there is a process where you can actually set up your business so that the system can identify who you are. And there is a process of validation that it can identify and validate your business so that your business can actually be trustworthy to be rendered to other people that require your service.
So if I hear you right, Tombra, you're saying to read one that now that the training sessions are gradually coming to an end, that we're going to get into the next phase of onboarding entrepreneurs. And after that, we would be able to sell what they are offering to a greater audience. I guess that's what you're trying to say. All right, so read one. We're saying that sooner than you would expect, we're going to ensure that we carry out some sort of authentication of your business to ensure that when we stand by you, we're simply saying that, yes, this is a quality service service provider. And with the platform that we have, we're going to connect you with as many intended users as possible. So be assured that you're in the right place, and Barafiri would ensure that you have the visibility that you want. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very
much, Dr. Priye and Tomba. Do we have any more questions, please? The link to the WhatsApp group has been shared in the comment section. So please, if you're not part of the group yet, please join our WhatsApp group. Do we have any more questions? Okay, can we please turn on our cameras so we can, okay, there's a question, let me see. Okay, can we, in the meantime, can we turn on our cameras so we can take a picture of everyone? Can we please turn on our cameras? Can we please turn on our camera? We want to see your beautiful faces.
I can't turn on my camera. I think the thing has been disabled from your hand now.
Okay, please give us a few seconds so we can capture this image. Thank you for turning on your cameras. Please give us a few seconds. Thank you for turning on your cameras. You all look very beautiful today, this new month. Do we have it? Okay. Thank you very much for turning on your cameras. Thank you very, very much for your cooperation. Thank you. So we have one question here that says, how can we leverage on the Barafiri platform for online sales, scalability, and technological innovations? Also, a big thank you to Dr. Pereza. Tamara, can you take that question? How can we leverage on the Barafiri platform for online sales, scalability, and technological innovations?
Okay, like I was saying in the beginning, taking advantage of technology is taking advantage of what Barafiri offers you, which is basically we offer you free digital marketing, free onboarding process, and basically the structure to grow your business using technology. So the technology is available to you at your own disposal. Basically, you can actually leverage on the e-commerce platform. You can actually leverage on the business dashboard to actually manage your business and products. So you have a dashboard where you can actually manage your business and products. So when you get on the platform, you see all these basic features that you can actually use to actually manage your businesses. But the marketing of your product will be done automatically, and that is not a problem. So the platform offers you that as much.
If I might need to unmute yourself, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry about that. Thank you everyone for the photos. Thank you for Dr. Tombra for answering the questions. If you have any more questions, please join our WhatsApp group so you can put your questions there. If you want access to the slides and the video for this recorded presentation, you can get it if you're on the WhatsApp group. So please join the WhatsApp group to get more information about Barafiri, about the recorded videos.
I see that Hilda wanted to say something. Hilda Obo Mani, you're saying that you did not see the last slide, and I think that's what Jennifer just said. She, Fama just said that she's going to share the slides, so you'd see what I was speaking on. I was speaking basically on the issues with business expansion. Once the slides are shared, I'm sure you'd see what you wanted to see. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pei, for clearing that up. Do we have any more questions? Thank you to everyone that took out the time to join our training session today. Please, our next training is on the 15th of September. And like I said before, you get more information about this when you're on the WhatsApp group. Invite your friends, your colleagues, other entrepreneurs that can benefit from this training series. And we will see you in our next training. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.